Welcome to my guide on how to build your own DIY coffee bar. Okay, so here is what this base looks like before. You can see the outlets down here, but obviously once the countertop is up, we're gonna need to figure out how to plug stuff in. So I think I'm gonna install some hidden wire features so you can run it down through the cabinet and use that plug still. Oh, I'm so scared. Okay. Ooh, scary. Ow! This is the part of DIY that always makes you second guess what you're doing. Huzzah! Moment of truth as if it fits. Okay, that is the end of day one. It was pretty much all about ripping out the baseboards, making sure that everything is going to fit in this space, and then making the way so that I can use the electrical outlets if I decide to plug in coffee, whatever on top of this. So here is what it looks like right now. This is not secure. I still have to screw this into the wall. And then I think I'm gonna make a little base for this so that there's not as much of a gap here. But I feel like I made some really solid progress today, and it's starting to look really good. So I'm excited how this is gonna look at the end. I'm gonna paint first and then construct.
So here's what I'm thinking.
Making fun of me, honey? You better not be.
Contribute to the creative process.
Oh, I'd love to feature you.
Jenny's doing absolutely great work today. Made my own catch phrase.
Yeah. As you can maybe see, I did a ton of work off camera and it's pretty much done. We do still have a few details left to do, but I'll just walk you through what I forgot to film. Everything I did off camera is honestly pretty easy to follow. So I unscrewed the cabinet doors and I took the drawer out so I could paint everything, and then I added the hardware, and this hardware just matches what's already in my kitchen. Then I screwed this back on after it was all dry. Now for the butcher block, this was actually way easier than I thought it would be. I've never worked with butcher block before, but I basically cut my piece using my circle saw, and you can see here, it's not perfect, but I cut this so that when I slide it in, it lays like this, flat against the wall. So that was pretty much what I did there, and then I did apply my first coat of paint. Let me grab. You can obviously paint this if you want to, but I really wanted this wood to match what we have in our dining room, which I'll show you in a second. So I'm just using the Watco Butcher Block Oil and Finish. It looks like this. This was so easy to apply, and it gave the wood the most gorgeous finish. So a few days ago I did the first coat, so on top, let that dry overnight. Then I flipped it over and I did the bottom. You wanna make sure you coat all sides of the butcher block and the sides. Now that that is dry, I went back in I went back in with a 400 grit sander and just sanded everything down smooth, and now I'm getting ready to apply my second coat. This is the butcher block I'm working with, and then back here is our dining room table. It's a bit messy. It has the exact same style of wood grain to it, and so I just wanted this to be as close of a match as possible, so when you're standing here, there's sort of a seamless flow. I did the first coat with a brush, but I think I'm gonna use a cloth for this next coat. Okay, so I did screw in corner brackets here so that the butcher block is fully attached to this cabinet. Okay, are you guys ready for the big reveal? Ta-da! I honestly could not be more pleased with how this turned out. I attached these floating shelves. I just got these from Home Depot. They were super easy to install. What else? Oh, and the cabinet, of course, is screwed into studs in the wall, so this thing really should not be moving. I put this project off for so long thinking it would be so hard, and it was so much easier than I thought it would be. So if you want to do this, but you're nervous, just go for it. It's seriously one of the easier DIYs I've done.